Oh, hi. Hello, chat. How we doing, my slimes? I have decided to take True J's catchphrase and make it my own. Hey, Dragon. Hey, Rodosian. Eponymous. Cool. How you guys going? Sam, why you gotta say it like that? Me being alive is great. The train journey definitely didn't end with me being replaced by a skinwalker. Although, the image of a skinwalker like taking over my body and realizing that to continue fitting in it would have to keep recording VTuber news videos is really funny. I like to imagine fucking SCP number 172 or whatever takes over my corpse, walks all the way home and is like, haha, I've assimilated into human society, now I'll keep the act up. And then realizing they have to fucking talk about VTuber news. Rip Bozo. Hi, Hades. Oh, it's been a week, hey? For me, VTubing's actually been pretty chill all around this week, but why is the music so loud? Viselda, I love you, but get out my eardrum. I'm fucking tired, dude. It's so hard staying awake recently. I don't know, the doctors wanting to prescribe me things were right and they would probably help my symptoms. That can't be it. There has to be another reason. What the fuck is the Crunchyroll thing? Does anybody know? There's a Crunchyroll thing on my other monitor that's like, subscribe to earn drops, and what fucking drops can you get from Crunchyroll? Oh, wait, you get 30 days of Crunchyroll from Twitch sub? That's actually not a bad... Now I sound like I'm shilling, but that's actually not a bad fucking collaboration. It's better than 90% of Twitch drops that I think the majority of people don't, you know, ever care about. Like, you watch a stream and you're like, I'm gonna get Twitch drops, and then it's like some fucking dumb skin that you're never gonna use because it's like a rare item in a game that you already have all the skins for. Hey, Answer, how you going? Oh, VTubers cannot take care of themselves. Also, I should probably appear on screen. I didn't even realize I wasn't around. Whoops. My bad. Oh, YouTube chat. YouTube chat, you're dead. Don't look. Tabrius, for that little tip, a tip of gratitude, and no F you. Thank you for... Why did it not play? Oh, was it because I was in the wrong scene? Hang on, Tabrius, I got you. Thank you for the tip, though. For your Stream Elements tip. Appreciate it. Hang on. Oh, fuck. I've been... Hang on. Wait, I've been... Hang on. There's too much happening at once. I've been lopified. I've been... Where's my fucking... Okay. Chatting. YouTube chat. Here you go, YouTube chat. Sorry, hang on. And then I got to look at my Stream Elements alerts and understand why they didn't play. Okay. And there we go.
For that little tip, a tip. Gratitude. Oh, and F you.
I don't know why I manually replayed a thing where it told me to go fuck myself, but I guess I'm a little masochist. I am inhabiting a dead bitch, so that... I wanted to tweet, actually I need to tweet that out. The Divinity collab with me, Heavenly Brie, and this thing. Probably not going to happen this week. First week that we scheduled something, and it is immediately not going to happen. Because half of the fucking collab just forgot when it was. Like, it wasn't even like we set it for a date, right? We set it for a day, as in Thursday, as in every Thursday, which should theoretically be easy to remember. And somehow 50% of like the collab forgot. So Heavenly can't make it. And I was gonna tweet about it, funnily. Which rabbit failed? Take a guess. I want you to place your bets, chat. It's fine. I mean, the collab's not going to go through without Heavenly. Fuck no. Heavenly's the only reason I turn up to that collab. Are you kidding me? You think I want to get tweeted at by Brie again and get fucking my ops out for me? It could be either. But no, so the thumbs up. Probably not happening this week, which I'm glad my schedule got delayed, because that means I can now actually have a proper schedule. Can you have your sword back? Do you promise to be good? Yeah, you can have your sword back. Your Bucky obsession is back full force. Are we spending way too much on Etsy? Dude, Etsy's great. I don't know what's wrong with my teeth today. I don't know, I can't... It's weird. It's like I can't say my S's properly. It's like I've got swelling or something, but I don't. It's fucking dental. I went to... Oh, yeah, wait, my train trip. Your stuff is working to get today, at least hoping for now, unless some other weird mishap happens to your model. Let's try not get the fucking double rabbit again, as funny as it was. I did hear the breaking news about sea creatures, I'm aware. The fucking train I was on my way home, the reason the news didn't... News? Why am I still call it news even though I don't do news anymore? Fucking ingrained habit. Well, I guess technically the short didn't go out, so... not wrong, but the reason the short and stuff didn't go out is because I was out in the city of Edinburgh. One of my Australian friends just kind of rocked up to the country and was like, hey, do you want to meet up? And I was like, sure. And I hadn't seen him in like 5 years. So I was like, no, 3 years, somewhere around there. And so I went out to meet him. We had a great time. I caught up with him. Holy shit, a lot has happened. Turns out when you like look away from people and you don't keep talking to them, they keep doing shit. They don't just kind of like switch off like a Skyrim NPC that re-enables itself when you come back into render distance. No, they keep like existing and doing life stuff. And so I came back, I was talking to him about stuff. So great news, made me feel great. Like half of my friends have bought houses, which I'm like, how the fuck are you buying houses at like 25 years old? Am I doing something? Maybe people say like VTuber content creation, you get rich, you get famous. No, I am fucking buy a house. Are you kidding me? But then I realized all of them are in relationships and have 2 people's income. And then it makes sense. I was like, okay. Gotcha. So that made me feel sad. And then I learned a lot of other things, like what my best friend in high school, my high school best friend, he isn't a he anymore, so that's cool. Obviously not an issue on my part, but it tripped me up the entire fucking convo because every time we talked about her, it's kind of weird. You don't think about it because normally in the context of like people being trans, it's in like the current time setting, if that makes sense. Like you'd learn about it and you're like, from now on but all of my memories with her are now are of her before she transitioned, which means all my memories are he him pronouns. And so now I'm confused of like, if I'm referring to her in the past, do I use the present day pronouns or do I use the pronouns she had when the memory happened? Are pronouns retroactive? Like what is the magic system we're working with here? What kind of power system It's retroactive. I mean, that's what I've been doing. It trips me up so much. It's hard, right? Because you don't have an image in your head of what they are as their current. I haven't spoken to her in 4 years, so I haven't spoken to her since she came out as trans. I didn't even know she was trans, but that trips me up. Just kind of, I'm glad I didn't. When I was going to meet him, my dad said like, "Oh, you should tell him as a joke that you're like using he her pronouns now because you've got really really long hair." He didn't actually recognize me when I rocked up to meet him. Yo, hey Moonstone, thank you for the follow. When I rocked up to meet him, he genuinely didn't clock who I was. I walked up to him and stood next to him, and then he fucking got jump scared. It was funny. And so I'm very glad I didn't lead with that joke, because in the current context would have been probably a little bit insensitive. So shout out Dad for having terrible. He the guy I met, my friend who is a guy, still a guy, and we were talking about my best friend that was has apparently transitioned. Well, my old best friend. I haven't spoken to her in 3 years, so I would ask her if she was still my current friend, but I don't talk, like I've literally not kept in contact with her since I moved. So clawed my way out of Oddgang. Glad to see you survive train. I did. Train went well. I didn't die. I clawed my way out. Dude, that shit was terrifying. So yeah, after I went round, we yapped. Lot of yapping about a lot of things. I told them I'm a content creator, and they were like, "What the fuck do you mean you're a content creator?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can't see my channel because fuck that." And then didn't know you have long hair. I've debated face revealing, especially with Offkai coming up, just because I want to meet people and I don't really want to have to worry about don't post my face on twitter.com. Like, I don't fucking care. But every time I go to do it, I ask friends and they're like, don't. And I'm like, okay, I didn't realize it was that fucking hideous, but sure, thank you. I appreciate it. Great vote of confidence. But yeah, so it was kind of funny. It was good catching up and like showing him around Edinburgh. He went out to the castle though, and I couldn't go with him because Edinburgh Castle is fully booked this time of year. And despite being Scottish, which I think if you're Scottish, you should just be allowed in. It's my fucking castle. It's my heritage. Let me in my castle. What do you mean I can't get in it? So Edinburgh's weird, man. There's more people in Edinburgh with American accents than there are with Scottish accents. I've never heard so many Americans in one place, and I've been to America. But yeah, so I yapped to him, we hung out, we got lunch. I gave him Iron Brew and made sure he drunk it and enjoyed it, or I'd have kicked him out the country. I'd be down to meet you off, Kai, for doing a meetup. I don't think I'm doing a meet and greet, but I'll be rocking around. I might put a tweet out and be like, hey, I'll be here. I know that's generally not advised, but I don't think I'm like big enough for it to really fucking matter. I'm not like Iron Mouse. If I put a tweet out being like, hey, I'm here, like maybe 2 people will show up, so it's like but yeah, so I get on the train to go home, and I'm like striding along, phone's on low battery because it didn't charge properly. What does Iron Brew taste like? I genuinely couldn't tell you, Nick. Genuinely, every time I recommend Iron Brew to someone, they ask me what it tastes like. I have yet to find an answer. Everybody I give it to and ask them what it tastes like gives me a different reply. Some people say it tastes like Fanta. I don't think it tastes like Fanta at all. Some people say it tastes like orange. I don't think it tastes like orange. Some people say it tastes like Red Bull. I genuinely can't tell you. Some people say it tastes like cream soda, but I hate cream soda. So, it is a little bit like bubblegum. Bubblegum is probably the closest I can think, but even then it's not quite right, but it close. Can I call you Pen? Yeah, most people call me Pen. I've been playing on a Minecraft server, which I'll probably stream this week. Sino's Minecraft server. We're doing, I don't know if you guys know Vault Hunters. It's pretty cool. It's modded Minecraft, which, you know, I tism. And I've been meeting a lot of people. Like Riki, we ran into Riki from Idle, which I think I can say because Sino was live streaming, so I think it was public. Evan was there, unfortunately. Cookie was there. Sino was there. Mega was there. It's genuinely, there's like, at any given moment, there's like 15 people on that server. But I ran into so many people, and it's kind of funny. My favorite thing to do when I meet VTubers for the first time is see what nickname they gravitate towards, because obviously nobody calls me by my full legal name of Penumbral. If you call me Penumbral, I'm assuming I'm in trouble. That is like my full legal birth name. If you call me it, I will cry. So most people call me a nickname, and I enjoy seeing what kind of nickname people call. Most people call me Pen, right? Some people, some call me Penumbra, which is interesting. Some call me Num Nums, or a few people call me Num Nums. I feel like those people are being demeaning, but it's cute enough that I don't care. False calls me Peanubs. I think Mooney calls me Pino. Most of my casual friends just call me Pen, but I don't know, it's like a fun little litmus test to see. I said in the server when I was in VC with them, I was like, I can generally get the vibe of what people are like by what they immediately like gravitate towards on my name. Like, I feel like if you focus on the last part of my name, you're a lot more girly pop. Like, if you call me Nummy or Num Nums or Num or any of that, I think you're very much in the girly pop side of things. The more you focus on like the beginning part, like Dio from Mythos, Dionysus, she just calls me penis. Just straight up, just it's fucking hilarious. It's great. So I think the more girly pop you are, you tend to focus on like the last half of my name, because like, oh my god, Num Nums, Nummy, Numbrel. The more like shitposty you are, the more you focus on the Pen part of my name, because that is very more penis adjacent. And I enjoy just meeting people and being like, okay, what are we gonna roll on the gacha this time? Anyway, how did I get away from my initial talk into this? Oh, I was talking about the trip, right? So yeah, I get on the train to come back. Phone battery low because I forgot to charge it because I'm dumb, and I don't even realize that we've stopped because I'm on my phone reading fan fiction, because I am a 25-year-old autistic man, and what else are you going to do on the train? And I notice we're not moving. Where are we? We're just in the middle of a birch forest, which, by the way, birch trees, Minecraft wasn't lying to you. They do genuinely look like that. Thumbs up. What fanfic? Asking for a friend. I was reading Origairu fanfic. I was reading, what was I reading on the train? I've been going back and rereading a lot of them. There's like no Origairu fanfic being written at the moment. It's a very, very niche fanfiction community. There's like 30 stories, so I was just rereading shit. I think it was just a matter of time, which is really sad, but also really well written. It's kind of fucked up, but I don't know, one of the main characters just gets like a brain cancer diagnosis, which I know sounds horrible, but the whole point of Origairu is like introspection and monologues and like character relationships and whatnot. So it's kind of interesting to see just like fucking, you know, whoa, you're dying. Anyway, birch forest does in fact look like Minecraft. Cool. Hey Season, how you going? And we were just kind of in the middle of it. We just stopped. And I'm like, okay, cool. The guy says, hey, we're stopped at this signal. We can't move forward over the announcements. And I'm like, okay, so probably we're at like a cross thingy. Can't get through the signal. Maybe some dickheads like stopped on the track or something, right? No big deal. We'll be here for like 5 minutes. And then like 10 minutes go by. Nothing. Guy comes on. Sorry, guys, we can't go forward. This signal's still saying we can't move forward. So we're stuck here. I haven't heard anything. Like another 10 minutes go by. And at this point, I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, this is more of a problem. And the guy comes back and he's like, yeah. So turns out, hey, Liza, power. And hey, Lunar, how you going? And Shadow, how you guys doing? It turns out power in the section of track that we're trying to go onto is just gone. Like there's no power in that area of the country. Don't know what happened. Again, probably a dickhead ran into a power line, in my country. And so we're like, oh shit, what do we do? Do we go back? I'm thinking, fuck, how am I going to get home? Because I'm in, like, I live up in the north of Scotland, as I've told you. And if I was to get a bus all the way back or an Uber, it'd either cost a lot or it'd be a fucking nightmare. So anyway, I'm stuck on the track. It's a little bit ominous being stuck in a train in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's even more ominous when your phone is low battery and you're like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I need to be able to, I might like phone, my mom and dad were out and about and normally I wouldn't phone them for a lift because like I'm 25, but I was like, hey, maybe they're out and about, maybe they're nearby Edinburgh and they can give me a lift on the way back. But my phone's low battery and I've turned it off to save battery in case something happens. So I noticed that the girl next to me has one of those like big fucking rucksack things. She's got like 4 bags with her and she's like sat up in the seat next to me. She's like I'm sit across from her on the aisle and she's got her feet up on her side of the thing and I've got my feet up. So we're like lying down like across from each other. And I know she has like a cord coming from her bag and I'm like, fuck, okay. Objectively, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do if I don't get my phone charged. Obviously, good night, Red. But also, social interaction. What-oh. So I, like, tentatively, like, reach across, and it doesn't help that I literally approach her like a small child asking for cookies, because I reach across, and I just sort of single finger tap her on the boot. And here's the thing. I recognize that going out, I am like the stereotypical person that you might not necessarily, like, I'm not saying I look dodgy, but I've got very, like, long hair, beanie, baggy clothes. I do kind of look, I don't know what the word for it is. I don't have any tattoos, but I feel like, you know when they want to, like, display a stereotypical, like, drug dealer stoner? That's how I look, despite never doing drugs and never selling drugs. I do have the vibe. And so I'm kind of aware that, especially to like older people, they maybe see me and they're like, oh, it's one of those no good druggies. So, And so I'm always a little bit worried of like, oh, I hope I don't give off the wrong vibe. But so I reach across and I single finger tap on her boot. A very small child asking for a cookie. And she like looks up and she's like, hi, in the most American accent. I could try and do one. I would embarrass myself. And I was like, hey, really sorry, but my phone's out of charge. Can I borrow your thing? And she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, how do Americans sound? Oh, no, that's American. Oh, yeah? No, that's Canadian. I don't know what she sounded like. Americans are weird, but either way, she was super nice. She was like, yeah, do you have the right cable? And I was like, probably, it's white. And she was like, oh no, lightning. I'm using USB-C, this is lightning. So she switches out. She has a backup charger as well for you. So W her. And she just gives me it, and then she just chucks the entire power bank at me, and it's like, I hope it's, I hope you can charge your phone. She smiles, and I was like, oh my god, you're so nice, what the fuck? And then I get my phone charging and I go to message my parents, but hey, are you around? Like, could I get a lift? And she looks across at me. She's like, you managed to get them okay? Are you going to be able to get picked up? And I'm like, oh my God, you're so nice. What the fuck? And then I was like, yeah, I think they're out with the dogs at the moment. You know, I think they're driving around because I saw them that morning. They're out looking at land, and they had one of my labs, one of my labs, fuck it, it's my dog, in the car with them. So I was like, oh yeah, they're out with the dogs. And she was like, oh well, you know, since I let you charge your phone with my power bank, you are legally obligated to give me dog pics. So she demanded to see pictures of my dog, which honestly, valid tax, understandable. And then she showed me like cat pictures, and hey, made my show you gone. And it was just, I don't know, it was a super wholesome interaction. And I was like, damn, this is, because we were stuck on the train. It wasn't moving. There was a train apparently in this section ahead of us in the area with no power that was stopping us from being able to go, because we couldn't just reverse. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought trains could just go backwards. I might be an idiot, but I thought because they're electric, right, you should just be able to revert, like just fucking go the other direction. But apparently no. We needed to go up and like hit the U-turn. So instead, because there was a train in this section with no power that wasn't turning around, we couldn't get in until they got in. They managed to fix it. I don't know if they managed to get power back. I feel like if they did, they just kept the train running. So I don't genuinely know how they got the train out or moving again. I don't know if there's like a backup or if there's a protocol for it. We were on the track for a while, but then we start moving again. We turn around, we go back to fucking the town that we were just leaving, and I have to try and figure out my way back from this random ass town in the middle of nowhere. My parents were able to come get me. Thankfully, I didn't have to get a bus because that would have taken about 1 billion trillion years. But it did mean I had to kind of dick around in a random town in the middle of Scotland for like a little while, which actually is kind of fun. Like random towns in the middle of nowhere, you just kind of walk around, you're like, damn, people live here. Which I know sounds stupid, but Yapmail, like, how's being scared shitless by your sisters? It was good. We went out, we had lunch with my sisters for their birthday, and it was great. I didn't even have to get my sister a birthday present, which, you know, sounds horrible, but she hadn't got, like, she wanted to get me American money for my birthday and didn't manage to get it sorted out in time. And so I was waiting for her to give me that. And because she still hadn't sorted out, I was literally like, hey, if you haven't sorted out your money for me yet, why don't we both just like call it quits? Our birthdays are within 10 days of each other. Like it's fucking... So didn't have to worry about like a card or a present or anything. We just kind of, you know, I was going to say raw dogged it, but that is not the right terminology for a birthday with your sister. I think that would get me arrested, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so train dicked around, got back late, fucking crashed, like crashed, went. Shut up, Lunar. Hit the bed and just immediately went to sleep. Although apparently I'd forgotten to make the waiting room for this stream anyway, so I didn't even technically miss stream. I'm so fucking tired though. Live out the middle of nowhere town. Yeah, I do as well. I live up in North Scotland, so I'm literally near fucking nobody. Absolutely nobody is nearby ever. So, haha, funny. But yeah, so it was a fun little outing. Saw friends, saw Edinburgh Castle, saw the city. Edinburgh's a cool fucking city. I would hate to live there, but every time I'm in there, I'm like, okay, I kind of get why people... Because there's a little thing that you think of when you live in a country. You're like, why do people come from like other countries to see this? Like, it's just a city that I grew up nearby. Who fucking cares? But then I was in there and I was like, damn, it is actually kind of cool. We went to... I probably won't... This won't dox me because I was there yesterday. So unless you were preemptively looking in this specific location to make sure you could find out where I was, it'd be a bit difficult. But we went to a place called the World's End Pub, which apparently... It's called that because back in the times when Edinburgh was a lot smaller, the rulers or whatever used to tell the peasantry that the world ended at the gates, right? So, obviously they wanted peasants and whatnot within close proximity to tax them. So they told them that if you go outside the gates, it is like wolves and bandits and dragons. And so as time went on, obviously the city expanded and blah 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 blah. But that pub still sits at the kind of area where the gate used to be, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I brought him there. I had fish and chips. He had something or other. Fuck, I don't know. And yeah, we just yapped and chilled, and then I got stuck in the middle of the woods, and it was great. And then I came home and I fell asleep, and then I woke up and read more fan fiction. So, hey Jordan, no worries. I'm often late to my own stream, so you guys are more than welcome to be late. Today's been a day. I spent today mainly looking for travel insurance, which, if you're aware, I'm going to be at Offkai in a month, and I'm terrified. I'm excited for Offkai, but I obviously want a travel insurance because I don't want to go to America without it and get into a car crash and then be in $1 billion of debt. So I've been looking for travel insurance in the country. Turns out getting travel insurance when you're chronically ill fucking sucks. Sorry, I'm very tired. So I didn't realize there was a World's End pub in the movie. Now goes the calendar planning is fine. As a renowned VTuber, as local newsman, all I have to do is leave the news for 2 weeks and hope everything doesn't burn to the ground, you know? But so calendar-wise, I'm okay. I have my shit set up. I'm going to be meeting up with Evan. We're going to be driving from Texas to California. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be hanging out. I'm going to be stuck in a car with him for like 20 hours. I'm going to kill him. But yeah, I've got parties and stuff lined up. So I'm excited for the event, but fuck, man. So the health insurance that I wanted to go with was tied to a credit card, right? Like there was a credit card I could sign up for that I kind of need a credit card anyway because I want to build my credit score a little bit. I've never used a credit card despite being 25 years old because like I never understood the concept of it. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't get the idea of like having the money to buy something and being like, I know what I'll do. I'll buy it with money I don't have and then pay the bank the money that I could have just spent like paying to the person. I've never understood credit cards. Like the only time I could understand it if you're trying to buy something that you can't afford, but that seems a little bit irresponsible. Anyway, getting the credit card also gave me a credit score review though, which was cool. Apparently my credit's okay, is like in the middle. It went down the list that was like, you have no outstanding loans, you've never defaulted on a payment, you've been in the voting registry for a while, you're a long time, so thumbs up, everything's looking good. So I was like, okay, what's the downside? And they were like, oh yeah, you don't have a mortgage. And I was like, well, fucking of course I don't have a mortgage, I rent. You know what a mortgage costs in today's economy? Like, you want me to fucking what? And they were like, yeah. In the actual like subnotes, they were like, even if you've paid off your mortgage, not having one reflects badly on you. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I don't know why if I'll ever use the credit card, but it does give me a savings account that has more interest, which I know, hearing myself talking about this now, one, I've realized that I'm old as fuck, and two, I've realized that holy shit, this is a boring topic of conversation. But the upside, the funny part, is that before I got the credit card, I looked through, because I know what insurance companies are like, I looked through the terms and conditions. And in the fine print they have, by the way, this insurance does not cover medical issues from pre-existing medical conditions. And I was like, oh, great, love that. So I got it anyway, because I'll end up making more back on the interest from the savings account than I will spend, but I'm not insured for my pre-existing medical conditions, which, considering I'm chronically ill, a little bit of a problem. Now, I've never actually been hospitalized. Well, no, technically I have, but not recently for my medical conditions. They're chronic. They get worse over time, and I have flare-ups of symptoms, but it's not like acute chronic, if that makes sense. It's not like I'm going to wake up one day and be like, oh my God, I'm dying, I need to go to the hospital. Probably. So part of me is like, I should be okay. You know, nothing will happen. But So I'm just not getting medical insurance for my pre-existing medical conditions. And I've kind of come to the acceptance of, if something happens with like if my liver flares up and I need to go to the hospital, I'll just die. It'll be fine. Like, here's the thing, chat. And okay, I'm going to tell you this in confidence, and I want you guys to promise you're not going to phone like a mental health professional. I don't need to be referred anywhere. I'm perfectly okay, right? But if I have a flare-up of a pre-existing medical condition, chances are shit is fucked, okay? And by that, I mean I'm probably in need of a liver, or I'm probably in need of getting my intestines removed, right? Both of which fucking suck. And I kind of decided a while ago that if it came to that, I don't think I can be fucking bothered, dude. This isn't even like, before anybody calls anyone, this isn't even like me being depresso expresso. This is just me being like, bro, I cannot be fucking bothered. Getting my liver removed? Like, losing my intestines? I need those. They're meant to be inside me. They're the longest thing I have. I don't want to fucking go through that shit. Just fucking let me go. Just fuck it. Fuck it. Who cares? I get to go out before I hit 30. I never become a hag. I die young. It'll be great. But yeah, don't tell my parents. They're unaware. But that's kind of my vibe. So if I go to America and I have a flare with my pre-existing medical condition, fuck it, who cares? The only thing I'm worried about is like, I know what insurance companies are like. They will try and weasel out of fucking anything that you give them. So I'm worried I'm going to get into like a car crash. I'll break my arm and I'll walk in and I'm like, it's that damn liver. You wouldn't have broken your arm if your liver was healthy, and I'll have to fucking kill a man. But yeah, because of how many fucking conditions I have, in order to insure myself for the trip, it would cost genuinely more than the entire trip would cost. It'd probably cost over $1,000, and I ain't paying $1,000 to insure myself. I'm not worth $1,000. Are you kidding me? It's like paying $1,000 for a house that costs $200. Like what, huh? I was buying a new house. But anyway, speaking of insurance, I don't know why I'm just giving you guys all the like adult life updates of weird, mature penumbral. But parents are looking at getting land, which is fun. Jesus, sorry. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm so tired. You guys probably, I don't know if you guys remember spider. I'm not scared of spiders. I'm scared when they drop onto my arm from the ceiling. Bro, not cool. I saw him earlier as well, and I didn't even kill him because I was like, he's fucking chilling. Like, I don't care if there's a spider chilling in my room, but you can't be dropping onto my arm in the middle of the stream, dude. Like, that's a no-go. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, parents, they're you guys, if you guys have been around for a while, you probably know my mom had a stroke and she's disabled, blah blah blah, fucking trauma dumping, who cares? Anyway, she's got like insurance shit paying out, so they have enough money to like try and buy land, and I think they're gonna buy land up in like even further north or something, which means like they're offering to just like, I could build my own little flat thing in the garden, well not the garden, the field or whatever they buy it in, because it'll be up north and they'll have like a pasture. And I was like, damn, I could just go and like have my own little place. Need to establish titles. Wasn't that a big scam back in the day for like YouTube advertisement? I remember seeing it everywhere of like, it was like, what was it called? Was it established titles? What was it was called, there was a term for it. It was like, what was it called? Fuck, I can't remember what it was called. It was like, there's some weird loophole in Scottish law that if you own a little bit of land, you're technically a lord, and you can call yourself a lord. And it's so, you know, it wasn't cash for honors. It was it established titles? I think it was. Either way, it was very funny. Basically the same as, like, you know how you can like buy a star from NASA or something, where you can like pay a little bit of money to have a star that you technically own, and it's not, you don't fucking technically own it. It's just, it's a thing that you get your nephew for Christmas because it's like, hey, I got you a star. It was basically that. And the idea is mainly to sell to fucking Americans, which, no offense to you guys, I know like half of you are American. Americans have this weird fetishization of Scotland, and I don't know why. But some of you guys are weirdly patriotic about a country that you're not a part of. People in Scotland aren't as patriotic about Scotland as you guys are. I remember when the fucking independence vote was happening, there were so many Americans like, yeah, freedom from Britain. And it was like, bro, you're not invited. You, what? You're not Scottish. What? Why do you care? And you guys seen those people that, oh, geez. I don't mind people who like say that they're Scottish or whatever, or like talk about it. Like, it's fine. It's a fun little conversation starter. But there are so many Americans that are like weird about it, where it's almost like they take some sort of nationalistic pride in a country that they're genuinely not a part of. Like, they have never been here. They have no idea what the culture is. They've never participated in the culture. They don't really know anyone from here. They have no idea what it is like to live here. They just kind of... But then you speak to them and they're like, oh, I'm Scottish as well. And it's like, are you though? Or is one of your ancestors just from here? That's my thing. I've always thought that really what you are is more where you grew up than anything. Like, I think that's when people talk about like, oh, are you, you know, if you moved to America as a 2-year-old, are you American? I think you pretty much fucking are. Like, does it matter where you were born, like what soil you were born on, or like what your blood says? I think it's the culture, right? That's the only thing that really fucking matters. So I have a big bottle of Iron Brew that I got while I was out yesterday, and I'm very much enjoying it. See people scream about the area when I mention Northern Irish. You get people trying to ask you about your fucking clan, like it's 1700, and people will be like, I'm part of Clan McDougal, and it's like, what? First of all, I know 37 McDougals. Everybody here is called Mick something or other, right? Like, it's just, it's kind of, do you know what it is? You know how there's weeaboos for like Japan, where you see people who are like, oh, Nihongo des, Konbanwa Minasan. Did you know Nakama means like friend, but there's not an actual official translation for it in Japan. There's that weeaboos, but for like Scotland. I don't know what you call them. Wee Scots, little guys, where it's almost like a weird culture fetishization where they just completely don't get it, but they want to act like they do. I don't know. It's more of a pet peeve. It's something that you only really get as a pet peeve if you live abroad. Living abroad, I encountered quite a few people that really wanted to talk about their clan to me, and I'm like, bro, I do not care about your Scottish clan. I'm so sorry. This conversation goes nowhere. You're going to talk about your clan. You're going to ask me about mine. I'm going to admit I know absolutely fucking nothing because I'm not from feudal Scotland, and then the conversation's going to die. But I don't know, man. There's definitely a spectrum to it, much like any other thing. Giving Evan car talk ideas. Dude, I really want to do a stream with Evan. Is Evan live? Wait, is he on Twitter? Or is it different Evan? Evan eats toes. We follow each other? Oh. No. People idolizing deep-rooted culture since America is just so young. I think that is it. It's... Because America, like... America doesn't have, like, a historic culture, if that makes sense. Like, you have a culture, obviously, in America. You have a very diverse culture, but you don't have, like, the IS back in the fucking Mesopotamian era we were doing that. Like, you're still relatively young. Not as young as Australia, but... So a lot of your culture is more like, hey, this is modern American culture. Obviously, there's Native Americans, but... Look, if I'm talking about fetishizing Scottish culture, that's not the Native Americans. We're talking, like, white people that really desperately want some sort of... You know what it is? It's fucking, like, exotic fetishism. It's like, nobody does it for English, though. You ever notice that? You never get it with people being like, oh yeah, I'm English. Woohoo. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, like, Scottish is, like, exotic or something. Like, it's, like, exotish British. But you always see people be like, oh yeah, I'm Irish. Oh yeah, I'm Scottish. You never see anyone claiming English, like, heritage. Though I will, more people have thought I'm Irish than Scottish. I got a comment about it today. Someone on the server I was talking to called me Irish. Is it really that hard? I know I don't have a very distinctive accent. Like, my accent's a bit all over the place. I'm well aware of that. But, come on, man. Just... I don't think it's because the English are hated. I think because I've spoken to Americans that don't really think of English as, like, being hated. Mostly it's Scottish people that are like, yeah, fuck the English. But I think it's a weird... I feel like Scottish and Irish are like the one culture you can claim as a white person that is somewhat different, but that you can still claim without it being fucking weird. Like, it's not that you can be fucking pale as porcelain and be like, yeah, I'm African. Like, you might be genetically, but if you say it, you're gonna get some fucking side eyes, right? Like... So I don't know, man. American culture is strange. I'm excited to go to America, but I was speaking, my friend that I met up in Edinburgh with, he did his, like, PhD thing in America. He did, like, 3 months of PhD studies in America, and he said the culture is just so weird. Like, it is just so different living over there. He said before he went, like, he thought, you know, Australia, Europe, Britain, and America were all kind of basically the same, and then you have, like, the other countries like fucking Russia, North Korea that are a bit strange. And then speaking to him, he was like, no, it's actually, like, insanely out there. I'm trying to remember what exactly he said. Fuck, what was it he said? I have a terrible memory for things that people tell me. I literally met him yesterday and I can't... I mean, I remember most things he said with regards to my friends, but yeah, he said he was talking about going through customs, which I'm already a bit scared about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already a little bit shit scared of going through customs because I know that America is a bit rough at the moment. But he was like, yeah, no, in most other customs, they're friendly and they treat you nice, and you just kind of walk through and they joke with you and you're happy. Apparently, him going through American customs felt like he felt like he was being treated as a terrorist. But hopefully it's okay. I'm excited to go to America. I think America's cool. I think it's interesting. I'm excited to experience it. I think it's different, which is nice. It's just, it may be a little bit of a culture thingy. Yeah, we did talk about a little bit about US politics as well. Because it's... Remember not to tick the I'm a terrorist checkbox. Yeah, I'll make sure to hold back on all of my I have a bomb jokes. Thanks, chat, for the reminder. I was gonna lead with that. That was gonna be my icebreaker, but I have a distinct feeling they might not appreciate it, you know? Might not go over too well with the lads at the TSA. go to a national park. I've heard about those. The big fucking things that you guys built. I don't know how else to phrase it. I don't know. You have... Sorry. Okay. I'm aware this is bad streamer etiquette. I'm very much aware, okay? However, and I'm going to ban you in a minute because obviously I have to. You're spamming my chat with hate messages, which, first of all, fucking cringe, but like, you're not going to get to me. The worst you could come up with is "you suck." Girly Pop, you have the entire English lexicon available to you. You have so many slurs. The worst you could come up with is "you suck." And now you're I don't understand. You're apologizing? What? Were you just looking for attention? Have I given you it? I'm still going to time you out. You know what? I'm not going to ban you. We're going to time you out. We're going to give you an opportunity. I was not in the right state of mind. Brother, it was 30 seconds ago. Alright, we're going to put you in timeout. You're going to have a little 30-minute... No, we'll give you a 10-minute timeout. We'll let you ruminate on your... on your wrongdoings. Dude, that's hilarious to me. Normally with people that are being a dick in chat, I'll just ignore them or I'll time them out, or normally Resnick will time them out. But the idea of coming into chat and spamming "you suck" is deeply funny to me. Bree acquires people like this. Well, that's because that's how Bree insults people. Bree acts like a brat, but Bree genuinely has the... You know what's funny? Bree, despite acting like she's super mean and like, you know, she hates me and blah blah, Bree's actually very bad at insulting people. Bree cannot insult people whatsoever. She's terrible at it. I don't know. I think deep down, I think Bree is just too nice to be worried about actually hurting other people's feelings. I feel like she probably autistically hyperfixates on it too much and worries that anything she say might hurt people, and so she is just very bad at insulting them. So despite, you know, saying she hates me and being like, I pen that fucking guy, she's never actually said anything that could be remotely considered insulting, which I think is funny. Genuinely, Bree is like that chatter. Bree is like that chatter. The worst thing she can think of to say is "you suck," which is really funny. It's like a little kid trying to hurt your feelings, and you have to sort of... There's no way to like explain to them, like, dude, you don't have the maturity or the life experience to really insult me in a way that would hurt my feelings. Not that Bree's not... I think Bree's actually older than me, which is funny. But you get what I mean? Like, you ever had to have a kid try and insult you and you're just like, buddy, I'm sorry. The things we value in life are just... we're too... I don't play with toys anymore. My self-worth doesn't hinge on my academic results or anything anymore. You can't... It's funny. If she's a fan of someone, she will anxiously scan it for a response to see if it was taken as a joke. Dude, I had an interaction with somebody the other day, a while ago. I don't know. I'm not name dropping them again. Fuck you. You know who you are. Where I genuinely had to hit like autistic timeout on the conversation, because I was like, okay, are we actually beefing? It was somebody I didn't know, really. I'd never really spoke to them. They were a fan of a friend, if that makes sense. They were a chatter in one of my friends' communities more than anything. And they just DM'd me and we got into banter, and then like I am genuinely down to have the most vitriolic banter ever. I will insult your mother. I don't care. Like, I will insult her. I don't care if she's dead. I don't care if she's currently terminally ill. I'm down for any level of shit talking you want, but you still have to make the judgment call of... I've made the mistake before of thinking that I'm just shit talking someone jokingly, and then it turns out, no, they actually hated me. And so I had to hit the autistic timeout button and be like, okay, are we actually beefing? Because we've never spoken before, and you've kind of immediately jumped to level 9 shit talking, which I can vibe with. I can match you on that level. I just need to make sure that we're not like... I need to make sure you don't actually have a problem with me. Thankfully they didn't. So W. But it was... I feel like people should do that more often. I've started doing that more frequently. People where I'm just like, look, I'm just gonna fucking hit pause on the conversation and ask you what you think about this, because I'm so fucking sick and tired of having to overanalyze. Internet communication sucks for everyone, and not just, you know, I don't want to be like, autistic people have it so hard. Fucking everyone, neurotypical, non-neurotypical, whatever, neurodivergent. It sucks for everyone because everybody struggles with communication. Everybody struggles to like read other people and tell when they're joking or when they're not joking. Like nobody's perfect. It's the thing autistic people have a lot that I think, you know, it's one thing if it's a bit, but a lot of autistic people talk about, you know, neurotypicals as if they have fucking superpowers and that they're so, you know, they're so unique and quirky. Not like those neurotypical. It fucking pisses me off. The special little snowflakes. But everybody struggles with communication, right? And internet talking sucks because, okay, imagine I'm talking to you, right? We're having a conversation face to face. We're yapping. I say something, you say something. I say something, you say something. I say something. You don't reply for like 3 hours. You just stare at me. You don't say anything. I don't know what the fuck you're up to. You just sit there. And I can't say anything more because you haven't replied to what I said. So I just kind of have to sit there. And then 3 hours later, you come back and the conversation continues as normal. And it's like, how the fuck do I interpret that? Like, huh? But I've done that to people. Like, that's just what online communication is. Or like trying to interpret sarcasm or trying to interpret messages with people, or I don't know, man. Like, I've DM'd VTubers asking for, like, being like, hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to hang? Like, I've tried to be more social recently. A lot of VTubers leave you on red. A lot of VTubers do not reply to you. VTubers that I'm like, I'd say I'm friends with, that I've like hung out with and collabed with before, have not replied. And it's like, okay, on one hand, I've done that to people. That's the thing that happens. Like, I get it. But I also don't know, like, what do I... Because here's the thing. If you DM someone and they don't reply to you, that conversation is now locked. You can't follow up. You can't double text. That's, like, against the rules of communications. So, if you send a DM out and you don't get anything back, I want to... Do you know what I want to become? I want to become one of those people that is so confident and self-assured in themselves that they will just double text and not give a fuck. They will just follow up, like, 3 days later being like, dude... fucking reply. I want to be that person. I think that person is cool. I'm a shameless double texter because VTubers forget things so much. I genuinely, VTubers suck. It is the worst, and I am part of the problem. I don't know what it is about us, but we are allergic to replying to conversations ever. We just leave people on all kinds of red. Here's the thing, is you have the combination of people that are so easily distracted they forget to reply, and then you also have like the social anxiety that most of us have anxiety, and if we don't reply immediately, then we get guilty for not replying, and we don't reply because we don't know how to follow up a conversation, and then it gets to like a week of not replying, and you're like, well, I can't fucking reply now, can I? I opened up my Blue Sky messages the other day and realized I had like message requests from like a year ago, and I'm like, well, I'm never talking to those people again. So this is what I'm saying. Like, communication sucks, man. Trying to talk to people on the internet is so hard, and it's really hard, especially like, because I as you may or may not have guessed, you may have not have picked up on this vibe. I'm gonna blow your mind here. I'm a little bit of an asshole, just a little smidgen, right? Like, I'm a tiny bit of a cunt, right? Most of it is joking. Most of it is said with love. I'm just a little bit of a shit, you know? And the worst thing about that is that it is very hard to tell the difference between somebody that is haha funny vibing with you and giving you the amount of shit that you gave them back, and somebody that is like, oh, fuck this guy, I hate him. You know? And so you have to try and make that judgment. I remember I got kicked out of a friendship group once. Have I told this story before? Of the time I got like kicked out of my Minecraft friendship group and I was really sad about it. Hey, Resnick. Who were you off watching now? Is Doki Bird live or something? I was in a Minecraft server with some people, right? It was a Pixelmon server in Australia. And I met a bunch of people through it, and I became friends with them, and we got into a group together, and we started playing other games and doing other servers, and I met, you know, friends. I met the server admins, I met all the server owners, I met a bunch of people who were mostly older than me, right? And I remember getting along well with all of them, and then I met one guy. His name was Brandon. That's not his actual name, but we're going to call him Brandon, because I think that's a... I was going to say I think that's an asshole's name, but then I realized there's a chance I have Brandons in my community. I don't want to insult all of them, but yeah. So this guy, and I thought we were like bantering. I thought we were getting on okay. I thought we were kind of vibing. He was kind of, you know, he would shit talk my physics degree and I would shit talk his history degree, and we were both making fun. And, you know, because I've gotten into that banter with my friends before of like, oh, you're studying language arts. What, do you not know how to fucking speak? Or, you know, you're studying biology. Just fucking look at yourself, you know, forehead. Or... So that you're studying music, well, you can't play an instrument, so you have to look at it. Shit like that, right? When you're at uni, you sort of shit talk people about their degree. It's kind of like a thing. Gotta go nap now. Catch you later, Dragon. Enjoy your nap. And this guy, I thought we were bantering. I thought we were going back and forth and we were vibing. And I knew his, you know, I knew him. I knew his girlfriend more than anything. You know, I hung out with his girlfriend a lot. She was one of the people that I met through the server, and I met him through her. And we bantered back and forth. And this guy just apparently, behind the scenes, fucking hated me. And all of the banter, quote-unquote banter that we had, was not banter. He genuinely meant it. And he got very, very upset at me. I remember talking to his girlfriend about it a little bit. And her being like, yeah, no, he just doesn't like you. Like, he just thinks you're annoying. And I was like, oh, well, he didn't communicate that to me at all. I guess I'll try and avoid him. Like, I'll try not speak to him. Because, you know, the moment somebody's actually mad at you, the fun of the banter goes away, because it's like, oh, I'm not bantering. This is just, we're just insulting each other, and that's fucking boring. So I was like, fine, I'll avoid him, right? Sorry for being pure K, Joanne. It's fine. You come back with better insults next time. I believe in you. You can do it. But yeah, so I remember being told this, and I was like, shit, okay, I guess I'll just avoid him. And I don't know what it was. I'm unaware, but we were on a Minecraft server together, and he just kept having a go at me. Like, we're in cold, like, you ever been in, it was genuinely one of the most awkward social situations I've ever been in. I don't know if you guys have ever been in one like that, where you're in a social situation where somebody is just breaking the, like, this is coming from Mr. Autism, breaking, like, the rules of, like, the social conventions. You know how there's, like, it's the thing that we struggle with a lot, right? There's, like, the invisible rules and guidelines to a convo that you don't break, right? Generally, the vibe of a conversation is you want to avoid awkwardness. So depending on who you're with and what level of friendship you're at, you phrase things and you do things in a way to avoid being awkward, right? So if there's a silence, you fill it with like a shitty joke or something. If you notice somebody's a bit uncomfortable with something, you steer the conversation away from it because you don't want to delve into topic. You don't trauma dump, right? You don't suddenly start a conversation and be like, my cat died today. Like, there are social norms and etiquettes, and as you get into different layers of, like, different levels of relationship, that becomes lesser because you become more familiar with the person and you become more comfortable being uncomfortable. But in general, in a group setting, you have like this invisible guideline that is meant to be followed. And this motherfucker hated me so much. He broke it. Like, it got to the point, because I wasn't replying to his banter, right? He was bantering with me. But I now knew, and I could tell now that I was looking for it, that there was like genuine vitriol, like in what he was saying. He wasn't bantering. He was being a dick. Like, he was insulting me. And I remember being in this Minecraft, this like Discord VC, yapping, and every time I spoke, this guy would cut in with some sort of like, oh yeah, well, you would think that, wouldn't you? And it was fucking awkward, because every time he did it, the entire conversation would just stop dead. Just everybody, because no, what the fuck do you say? Like, there's nothing more, like, if two people are angry at each other and they're bantering back and forth and they're giving as good as they get, that's one thing. That's can be a spectacle. But one person just cutting in with an insult that goes unresponded is weird. It is, because there's an awkward, like, nobody knows what to do. So genuinely, his girlfriend called him out in the middle of the call, which was wild. We're in the middle of the call. He said, like, it was his 5th, 6th snipe of the day, and she literally called him out being like, hey, you're being a dick. What is wrong? Like, are you okay? So that, I think they were going through relationship problems as well, and I'm not sure if that was maybe playing into the not like a jealousy thing, because me and his, like, we knew each other, but it wasn't anything like that, but more so maybe it was a projection thing or a stress or whatever. But yeah, so that session was awkward, fucking weird time to play Minecraft with people when one person just unambiguously is sick of you. And then I woke up one day to find that I had been just kicked from all of like the group chats, all of the servers, everything. Just Thanos snapped. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I remembered that that guy was the guy who made the group chats and made the server. Not because he was like the leader, he was just the one that made them. So conveniently, he had admin powers. And so I was like, fuck, okay. And then that was the end of that friendship group. And that kind of sucked. And I DM'd people in the thing of like, hey, you know, what the fuck happened? Is this all right? And they were like, oh yeah, I think Brandon removed you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And none of them offered to like talk to him about it or say anything, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's that friendship group done. And then I just kind of went back to being about myself. I've realized now that this is not the funny haha story I thought it was, and actually in retrospect, it's very depressing. Whoa. Oops, all trauma. I need a fucking... Yo, all my homies hate Brandon. Fuck that guy. I hope that history degree is doing you good. You see, you're putting it to good use by running a Minecraft server, dickhead. But yeah, it was this fucking... I don't know, dude. I'm tempted... Do you know what? I'm going to switch to that account, because that was my personal Discord. That wasn't my penumbral. That was my personal... Oh, sorry about that. That's the switching things account. Okay, this is probably not in streamer mode, which means we're going to be very careful. And we're going to search up streamer mode immediately. What is happening? Why is Fugi loading? Fugi, go away. Do not dox me. I don't think you can, but... It's my favorite SpongeBob episode. Oh fuck, I'm gonna get cancelled. I don't like SpongeBob. I just kind of came out with it, but it's fine. Discord isn't showing on stream. It is just it was Fugi trying to load when I'm not logged in, which means that it can't connect. So the browser source just went back to loading. It wasn't ever going to show anything, but I forgot Fugi was actually up as a browser source. Let's enable streamer mode real quick. Yeah, it's nothing scary. Most people... Oh. Oh man, I got DMs from people, the friends that are like wanted to talk, and I just have never gotten back to them. It's kind of sad. Here's the thing about SpongeBob, right? It just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why I geared up as if I was going to do some like deep introspective analysis. I phrased that as if I was going to go into like a deep literature discussion about the pros and cons, but I don't find it funny. I don't like it. I don't like SpongeBob as a character. He's fucking annoying. The whole plot. It's like a slice of life anime, but without cute girls or anything. Like, why the fuck would I watch it? Like, you know, I watch slice of life anime. I don't even like slice of life anime. The only slice of life anime I like are the ones that have shit that goes on. SpongeBob has nothing I don't find cartoon humor funny in 90% of cases. I think it's in general not. I know, I'm sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. I trust me. This is the only time I'll ever shit talk SpongeBob. I don't know, man. It feels like a lot of cartoons have the same humor, and it's not like I'm shitting on the humor. Like, you can like the humor if you want. Do you know what it is? It's like fucking like VTuber humor. Of like obvious joke, slapstick, punchline, ha 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 ha, laugh funny, ha ha. Is SpongeBob an Enya Ignis stream? Oh no. Chat, we might have I feel like I'm flying too close to the sun. Anyway, so am I free and whimsical young me? I don't know, man. I get you're allowed to have things if you want it. It's every time I went back and tried to watch an old cartoon, I've inevitably been like, Well, they are made for kids, and I think most shows made for kids are fine. Like, it's okay. I've always said that, like, you're fine making a show for a certain target demographic. Not every show has to be for everyone. But for me, a lot of kids shows do not appeal because they don't have like the storyline and the plot and everything that makes a grown-up show enjoyable, but the humor tends to be very like very childlike. That doesn't appeal to me. The only like kids show that I really like can go back and watch and enjoy is Avatar, and that's because Avatar to me isn't really a kids show because it's got very adult themes and it has a plot and it has a beginning and end. That's the thing, most kids show cartoons don't have a fucking end. Like, they have no plot. They have no beginning. I'm not a soulless husk. I just don't... Here's the thing, right? Let me think, how do I phrase this? Yo, Radio, thank you for the follow. If you're not going to have a plot, if your storyline is going to be completely episodic and you're going to just not really make any character growth or development between episodes because it's just meant to be like a fun 20-minute time period, right? Which is what sets apart like a quote-unquote kid show to me as opposed to a cartoon, because they're not the same. I think a lot of people lump things like Adventure Time or Avatar into like cartoons and then lump that together with kids show. But to me, they're different. Like, to me, what separates like a kids show from another normal cartoon is that, or not just a kids show, but like you have cartoons that are like The Simpsons or Family Guy or SpongeBob that are just episodic. They don't have any real like moment to moment progression, in which case the general vibe is humor, right? Like, okay, Gravity Falls to me isn't a kids show because it has a fucking plot. It has character growth. It has genuinely interesting characters in it. Adventure Time, I believe, I've seen a few Adventure Time episodes. I've never been super into it, but from what I could tell, it had like some sort of continuous like story. Fucking I can't think of the one I was thinking of, but you know, either you have a storyline and a plot and then a world that I'm interested in, or you're funny, right? And the issue is that a lot of cartoons appealing to children, I don't find them funny. I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna make me sound very bad humbug. I don't find a lot of media funny. I think a lot of comedy media is just, it tries too hard. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not naturally funny. Like Family Guy, for example, to me is like the epitome of not funny, didn't laugh, because it is so obtusely like, hey guys, here's a joke. Guys, look, we made a joke and we're going to cut away to the joke and we're going to linger on it for like 5 minutes. Isn't this is a funny joke, right? Aren't you guys are laughing, right? It's funny, haha. If funny joke, point, laugh, funny joke. And it's just like, fuck, I get it. Okay, you think you're funny. I don't. It feels like it's somebody trying to be funny, which I think is antithetical to comedy. I think the best comedy is when somebody is like naturally funny. So that's why I don't like a lot of cartoons that try for humor. The one thing I will say is that from what I've seen of Gumball is one of those shows that I think is actually kind of funny. Like the bit I've seen of Gumball actually made me fucking chuckle. Like it was genuinely, I had a little bit of a giggle. So that was different. And I think if you, that's kind of why a lot of comedy anime and a lot of slice of life anime don't appeal to me, because I feel like I need to be laughing and I need to be haha funny in the moment, but I don't. I just, instead it just ends up being like, I don't know, not funny, didn't laugh, you know? It's, I think the thing it is that I don't really have comfort shows. And I think that is what I, you know, when people talk about like turning your brain off and watching a show, I don't really have shows like that. Like I watch a show and then I'm like, yep, watch the show, did it, good show, and then I finish it and then I go and do something else. Like I don't have like people have shows that they turn on and just kind of mindlessly watch, which is okay, I'm not judging you, but it means that for certain things like slice of life and like comedy, I don't really have the same appeal to it. Get you with your physics GCSE. If you shoot me a question, I'm happy to answer physics questions if I can. It's been a while since I thought about them, but I'm down to yap about physics. Seems like this comes from trauma. Oh my god, no, not more trauma. You can't do that to me. I'm trying to think like what kid shows did I really enjoy as a kid? Even as a kid, I wasn't really one for shows. I was more into games as a kid. What did I watch a lot of? I got into anime though at like when I was, once I hit like 12 and I found out that Naruto was like part of an actual medium like anime, and I could actually just watch more anime. I watched a lot more anime, but even the anime I watched, it was it was, I don't know. I watched it with a purpose, if that makes sense. Like sorry, it's taking me a while to get my, I'm so tired, I can feel my brain slowing down. You ever get that, like that, you get so tired your eyelids get heavy and then you try and string a thought together and your brain's like, words? The fuck are words? Like I remember watching, oh my god, what was that show called? Okay, this is gonna be a real deep cut if there's any British people in chat. There was like a show and it was like I can visualize the opening in my mind. Was it Horrible Tales? Hang on. Horrible Tales for Gruesome Kids. Dog, did any of you guys watch that? That shit was terrifying. No, not Horrible History was good. Horrible History was good. Very funny. That had a little rat in it. Little rat from Horrible History. Very good. Wait, no. Oh, it was Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. Yo, Demon, thank you for the follow. You know, Horrible History was good. Grizzly Tales. How are you a tiny person? It just happened. I woke up one day and I was like this. Grizzly Tales for... Did any of you guys watch Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids? Holy fuck. That shit was terrifying. It was like a puppet show kind of thing. How did they put this on? How did they not traumatize an entire generation of children? Dude, I haven't thought about Grizzly Tales for a while. It's like Goosebumps as well. I remember... Oh yeah, sorry for the Punkalopi jump scare. It happens sometimes. What were they? What were other, like... What channel was this on? Like, I watched a lot of Nickelodeon. Like... That's what my, like, brain rot... Do you guys remember... Any of you guys watch Zoe 101? Is that like a deep... Is that a deep cut? Wait, what's CITV? Oh, that was... Yeah, it was on CITV. That's the channel it was on. And it had like Mr. Bean as well. Fuck. Dude, I remember this shit. Almost Naked Animals. Dude. I'm having a nostalgia trip. This is insane. Yeah, it had the animated Mr. Bean. Hello. That's all I remember from that fucking show. I don't know why they had Mr. Bean be like silent the entire time, but he had a teddy, and every time he picked it up, he'd say hello. He'd say it like that, and I don't know why. I don't know why they had him speak like that. Oh my god. Wait, CBBC. Dog, I'm... Because the thing is, right, I watched all my kids' shows in Scotland, right? And then I hit, you know, 11 and moved to Australia. And at that point, I was kind of past kids' shows and I moved on to anime. So I haven't really thought about kids shows in fucking ages, but CBBC I remember. Dude, what was that fox thing? I'm looking at shows and it's showing like a fox puppet, and I remember it. I remember there being a fox puppet, but I don't remember what it was. Basil Brush. Oh my god, dude. I remember Basil Brush. Weird fuck. What was it with, like, was it, I guess it was just like the era of like 2005. They weren't able to like animate as efficiently, and so animation was a little bit more rare, and a lot of it was puppets. But there's a lot of puppets. There's like a lot of puppets instead of animated here. Dude, wait, Diddy, Dick and Tom, was that the one with the little guy? No, oh wait, that was the fucking puppet show one, right? What was the one with the little guy? No, there was that one was the little guys with puppets. There was the one that was like the cooking show. Do you guys remember the cooking show? There's like a cooking show, and inexplicably there was one normal sized guy and then another guy sat on the shelf as like a little person. Fucking Big Chef, Little Chef. Oh my god. Why? What? Wait. No, Big Cook, Little Cook. That's what it was. Big Cook, Little Cook. They remade Big Cook, Little Cook? Oh my god. Kids TV is so weird. It is so weird to look back and be like, yep, I watched this stuff. It's also weird because, like, okay, hang on, let me show you guys this real quick. Where's what the fuck? Oh, I need to go to the right tab. Good job, Pen. How long you been streaming for, buddy? I don't know, too long. Cause, like, okay. As a kid, you look at these guys and you're like, oh man, that's a guy right there. That's an adult. But looking at it now, that guy might be younger than I am. Oh, dude, have you seen the Big Cook, Little Cook out of context clips? The one where like he spurts fucking white stuff all over the little guy and it's like a bit weird. Okay. Because I'm looking at this now. That man is probably like 22. Wait, okay, hang on. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, apparently the entire like series is just on YouTube. Hang on, here. You guys ready? Ready to be traumatized?
Be careful, Ben! Oh, no! Don't worry, Ben. I'll just lick it up.
Whoops! Sorry, Small.
What the fuck? I don't know. What? What? I watched this shit? Hello? How was this allowed to air? That... Oh, I'm viscerally uncomfortable now. I thought it was just like a funny little offhand joke. The follow-up? Dog, what do you think those actors were thinking at the time that they... Well, you know how people often say that their childhood was ruined? Oh, there's me. Oh my god, who is that guy? Where's my control panel go? Why is it on my stream? I've lost my fucking control panel. I can now... Oh my god, chat. Chat, it's you. Oh, you can't see yourself. Oh, you can see everybody I'm following on Twitch, though. Wait, hang on. Resnick has linked me something. The fuck is this? Can I watch this, or am I gonna get copyright struck?
From jaguars to ants, and it's home to more than half the world's animals and plants. The trees are high. They don't...
Did you just say half the world's animals are plants? Did he just say that? How did I watch anime in Australia? Hey, don't tell Crunchyroll, because there's apparently doing a collab with Twitch for gift subs, and I don't want to be on the bad side and have them take my gift subs away. But Yarhar Fiddle Dee Teehee. Where's my music go? Is this like your poker app? Where is it? Oh my god, sorry. Copyright strike speedrun. Let's go. I'm becoming a reaction YouTuber. Oh no, you're gonna... Ada, thank you for the gifted subs, dude. God, I hope nobody from Crunchyroll watches this shit and goes back and is like,
Night shift sucks cause I can't watch my Oshi for numeral
Yo,
11 pack.
Beautiful. I hope your night shift is going well, dude. Yeah, sorry the stream's wrong day. I got stuck on a train in the middle of the woods. Aiden, thank you for the gifted subs. Enjoy your Crunchyroll, I guess. Does it just give you like... I think it just gives you like a free month if you want. That's so you guys can watch anime. No, just gift one sub to me and I'll live stream the anime to you. That's never gone wrong in the history of Twitch, right? Do you guys remember that? Were any of you guys around for that era when fucking big Twitch streamers just live streamed... they unironically just live streamed anime and cartoons and shit? Full episodes unedited with them in the corner, and then Twitch was like, hey, this is a crime. You can't do that. You're gonna get banned. And then they banned a bunch of people, and people turned around and been like, what? No. You can't ban. And it was like, what are we doing here, buddy? It is a little bit similar to like the VTubers that debut in the skimpiest model you've ever seen and then turn around and be like, but guys, Twitch banned me. Who could have seen this coming? It's like, you know. Ethan, thank you for the gigantic golden kappa. I appreciate it. Thankfully, I'm not like... I'm not Rexon, so I'm not gonna get salty over it. One day I'll have golden kappa, probably. The guy who did Big Cook was 26. That's only 1 year older than me. That's weird. It's weird to think I'm old enough to be like a fucking child TV. Why were you about to call him me? I get you two mixed up all the time. I'm sorry. Okay. I genuinely have this thing where I don't know what it is, but if two people have a name that starts with the same letter, I can't tell them apart. Do you want to know how bad it is? Okay. Here's something that's real bad. I have two aunts, right? Both of them have names that begin in L-I. They're both Li, right? One of them is dead and has been dead for most of my life. The other is a hairdresser. Without fail, anytime anyone mentions the one that's still alive, I have to go, is that the hairdresser? I have to ask by the profession. Because if two names have the same first two letters, I just can't. I don't know, they get mixed up in my brain and I can't remember them differently. Ligma. Your names do kind of sound similar, Rexon. I'm sorry, but your names are very similar and you can't time me out. Go fuck yourself. Poor Huteful. I have two aunts. Yeah, I had to kill them because I was scared that they were going to breed. Is that the hairdresser or the corpse? Unironically, that is how, like, whenever they come up in chat, not like chat like you chat, but like chatting, I have to actually be like, is that the dead one or the hairdresser? And it's bad, but I don't know what it is. If you have shared two letters with somebody, you're just the same person to me. That's just how it is. Yeah, I'm really EP. And I don't know why. It's not even that late. It's only 11:30 at night. I'm young. I'm a young spry boy.